Hello, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I apologize about my tardiness in getting this particular video published. We had a slight delay in getting some of the content up. I have been sick again with the flu and had a car accident simultaneously in 1 week. And so life circumstances forced me to push some of this back, but I ensured to push the due dates back as well. So this content that I've published will cover us for next week also, so don't worry about it. Focus on the content in this module. That'll also give me time to thoroughly review all of your written content and get that back to you before we progress any further. So in terms of expectations for next week, just focus on the module that was just posted a few days ago. That'll take you through all of next week. I'll go through a little bit of what you're going to be covering. The first two modules were an opportunity for you to, again, bridge the gap from undergrad to grad in terms of writing convention. So what are some of the basic non-negotiables in terms of how do you put a document together? What does your academic document look like? How should it look like in APA? But also to give you a chance to clean up some of your writing in terms of grammar, your academic style. And then last week's module gave you a little bit of an introduction to some of the differences in terms of expectations of graduate writing and research. This particular module will be the first to actually give you a theoretical basis of graduate level research and what we call modes of inquiry, what it means. And so you'll find that there's a checklist here. This video, of course, will be here. The assigned reading is there, but there will be 5 lecture videos here that cover some of the basics of graduate academic discourse. And then the reading will complement the videos and vice versa. So the reading assignment is in Writing Literature Reviews, a guide for students of the social and behavioral sciences, of which professional sport is included. That's part 1, the first quarter of the book. That's chapters 1 through 4. Make sure you read that. I encourage everyone to take notes, however you find that to be beneficial for you and your learning style, but that content's going to be very important. I also encourage you taking a look at the quiz itself that's already posted. Look at the look at the instructions within the quiz itself, as I put some hints towards the bottom about what types of questions you will anticipate on a quiz based on this reading. Then, of course, you have your videos. At the very end here, you have the reading evaluation quiz that I just mentioned. There are quite a few questions because this is the bulk of content for this particular module. It's going to be weighted as 4 total assignments, daily or writing assignments, which again comprises 20% of the cumulative course grade in total. So those are due Sunday, February 12th by 11:59. Make sure that you get the quiz submitted. But again, the assignment instructions will give you some tips and hints on what type of content on which to focus as you're going through the reading, and also some tips in terms of taking notes to gear yourself towards success in terms of answering these questions correctly. There is a small assignment here, assignment 2 of the module, critical analysis reference citations. So what this is going to do is simply require you to compile a list of reference citations that you've come across so far in your research. And we're going to dive deep into conducting your own research, developing a research plan when we meet one-on-one. Segue to my next point. In the coming weeks, you will engage in peer review sessions. I will publish a list of groups and or partners with whom you will work to review each other's content, to share and exchange ideas as you start engaging in your own research. And then you will also meet with me individually. Everyone enrolled in both sections of the course will meet with me, and we will go over your thesis statement. We will go over your research idea, get it focused, formulated, and narrow enough, and develop a plan for you so that you can conduct some of this research. It's also important to remember that most of this research, actually 99% of it, you're going to be conducting individually. It's going to be your own work. You have the autonomy as an academic to control the oversight of all your research. I am here to help you as you do that. So that's just a snippet of what's to come in the next few weeks. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you can't get me on my office line, 704-233-6022, shoot me an email. That's probably the quickest way to get up with me, r.taylor@wingate.edu. Hope everyone has a good weekend. I forgot to mention, I do want to add another point of clarity in that the last week's module also introduced the concept and document of literature review and what that means for literary research. I wanted to make sure you all understand that next week we're going to be looking at literature reviews in depth. So we'll talk about what format that takes, what it looks like, how the content is organized, what are expectations of a lit review. Keep in mind that the literature review is the final product of this course. The objective is being able to conduct your own research and reflect your findings in a lit review. What we do is we take two major assignments, the halfway point and the final point, but they're both different iterations of the same exact paper. So consider the critical analysis, which will be the first major paper, to be the halfway point to the final lit review, and then you'll have the final lit review at the very end of the course. Next week, we will also go over the assignment instructions for the critical analysis, so you'll know exactly what to expect. You'll see a rubric for how that first research paper is going to be graded. You will meet with me prior to submitting that paper. You will have peer review sessions prior to submitting that first paper, so you should be well prepared by the time we get to that point. But I wanted you all to know that you're going to see those instructions. You'll be able to set eyes on all of that grading criteria as well. You may see some of that posted in the next week and the coming days before the next official module is posted. In fact, I plan to upload sample lit reviews so that you all can see what a sample lit review looks like, what the sample language looks like, how the research and citations look. For some of you that are visual learners, I want you to start emulating what you see in those sample lit reviews that I will post. I'm also going to post some articles about lit reviews so that you can peruse and get a better idea of what our end goal is going to be in this class ultimately. So think of it this way. You're conducting research. You're conducting your own literary research to answer a major issue or problem in the world of professional sport, of which you can choose. You can choose any problem, any issue that you want. You're going to conduct your own literary research on that topic so that we learn something new or so that it progresses the academic conversation in some way. And then you're going to report your findings in the lit review, which is the ultimate research paper for the course. So I just wanted to make those distinctions also. I received a few questions and wanted to address those in this video. Hope you all have a good weekend. Let me know if you have any questions.